Oh, yeah. Hello, welcome to the FGH Radio Show. Whether you listen to us on Fishbowl Radio, watching us live on the Facebook page, live on the YouTube channel, listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, SoundCloud, or Spotify live or recorded any way you can afford it, baby. We thank each and every glory hole seeker for tuning in this week. I'm your host, Bo Stevenson. I'm joined here, as always, by my good buddy Longhorn. Longhorn, what's up, buddy?
Oh yeah, happy Saturday, everybody! It's a beautiful Saturday. We are FGH. What? Who are we? I mean, who cares? Who cares what the name is? Who are we? What do we do? And where can you find us, Bo Cephas? Well, we are FGH, and to put it simply, we make you money during the football season. You would never ever bet on the stock market blind. You would never go up there and just bet on stocks you never heard of. Don't do that in football either. We simplify it. We make the picking process easy, and we make you the money. So you can make money during the football season and not lose the money don't be busted out by Halloween, busted out by Thanksgiving, and be like, well, that was a shitty football season. I guess I'll get them next year. That's not fun for anybody. So use FGH, and we will guide you through the treacherous waters of the football season, both college football and NFL. Bo Cephas, our top football handicapper over there, hit 58% for the season last year. We're looking for the same this year. And where you can find us is, we've got our socials that are scrolling on the bottom. Actually, let's put that ticker up so they can find all of our socials anywhere you find us. But the most important one is our patreon.com/bet_FGH. You can become a free member. Costs you nothing to join. You'll get some free picks over there. You'll get some free picks on the podcast. You'll get some free picks right here on the radio show every Saturday mornings on Fishbowl Radio Network. But the goal is to become a premium client so that we can bust up those bookies the real way. And Bo Cephas, we're getting close. Football season is right around the corner. I'm super excited.
Oh, baby.
I know those juices are starting to flow. Training camps are opening. Like it's late July, so it's not quite time yet, but it is getting super close. We're gonna do some quick overview of the entire league today, but yeah, we'll be in Vegas when you listen to this, we'll be in Vegas. We'll probably, let's see, 10 o'clock Central Time in Dallas-Fort Worth is that 9 a.m. Vegas time?
8 a.m. Vegas time.
So we'll probably just be, waking up, getting ready to go hit the pool at the Circa Hotel Casino, the rooftop pool, where we will be doing some live content, but checking in on y'all, busting out some more free picks, some more special offers that we have worked up for the trip out there. So it's go time, Bo Cephas. Like, to put it bluntly, it's go time. It's football time. Go to the Patreon page, get signed up, and let's rock and roll and get ready for this football season.
Yes, sir. I just wondered if we go live while our radio show is going live, do we enter some type of space-time continuum situation?
Yes, and you'll see if we do that, you're going to end up seeing your mom make out with my dad from 30 years ago. It's going to get weird. We're going to fucking do it because it's going to be fun.
All right, boys and girls, before we get into all the fun today, we got to go over our sponsor. Oh, it's TexasTelehealth.com. Let's face it, go to the doctor sucks. Get a scheduled appointment, take time off work to drive there and wait for up to an hour just to finally see a doctor. Not with TexasTelehealth.com. My good buddy, Dr. West, go to his website, schedule an appointment. Do a 30-minute question on the phone with him. He's got your diagnosis, script written, got you feeling better in again, because now they have your script called into Amazon Pharmacy. They deliver right to your door, just like an ammo. Oh, they're kidding. I go to Dr. West. My parents go to Dr. West, and you should too, because at TexasTelehealth.com, they treat everything from the common cold, flu, ED, VD, weight loss, to get that Ozempic, baby, for $119 for 30-day supply, and your consultation is always free with accepted health insurance. So whether you have a pain that's turned green, a little too much size around your thighs, or yellow shit coming out of your nose, lungs, and eyes, go to TexasTelehealth.com right now and tell them that FGH sent you. That is TexasTelehealth.com for all of your medical needs. And with that out of the way, Longhorn has got, so last week I had a little trivia fun with Longhorn. We played a little game there. This week, it's Longhorn's turn to come up with the fun activity, and he's got a game for us tonight, and it's called Who's in Your Mouth? So I'm not sure how this works, but
there must have been a mess up in the email. That's not what I wrote.
I read the wrong show prep email again.
Yeah. I think you're reading somebody else's email. I would never send that ever. Can we get to what the show is really about? Because it's football time. It's football time.
All right. Well,
what are
obviously I'm going to be very unprepared for whatever we're about to do next. But I think what we're going to do is Longhorn's going to read off the list of teams in the NFL, and we're going to play a little word association game. So basically, we're both just going to come up with some words on the top of our head. The first thing we think of when we think of said football team. So Longhorn, with that being said, take it away, sir.
Yeah, and just for anybody that's a first-time listener, we are both professional handicappers. I come at from a different angle. Obviously, Bo Cephas is the star of the handicapping world. He comes from the straight and number side, the algorithms, the models. So I told him to kind of try to lean into the number side of this word association game for all these teams. It's going to be hard with 32 teams because even on my side, when I'm going to be taking this word association game more on the roster building angle of it, and even that can get a little redundant. So I'm curious to see, the variation of the word association game that comes from Bo Cephas, who leans more on the numbers, and which is the smart way to do it, because without that you can't hit 58% for an entire football season. So I love the way he does it, but I am interested and curious to see how this plays out with this game for him on his side. So let's start in the AFC, and we'll start with the AFC East. First team, Buffalo. My word association game for them is best chance to run it. So, I mean, we're trying to keep this short. So basically the best chance for this team since we've been doing this to just run it, not go 18-0 obviously, but just run it, go all the way through the Super Bowl and to win it all. So the roster's set, the experience is set, the failures have been, established. It's your time. Mahomes and KC, maybe they've got a little bit of a down here. So it's just best chance to run it for me, Bo Cephas.
Yeah, I think mine will be along the same line. It's John Wayne time, baby. This year, they've got the 5th easiest schedule in the NFL. Last year, 23rd. They have the second best returning production in all NFL, 85.2% on both sides of the ball. This team has been building to this. It's time. They won 13 games last year. No reason why they can't repeat that and get even better this year, possibly. It's John Wayne time, baby.
Yeah, I like that. All right, so Miami, second team in this division. I put directionally lost. Just for me, they're just a team that is it's a speedboat that's lost its rotor. Like the steering wheel fell off. The steering wheel flew off. They don't know what they're doing. They got receivers that are more interested in knocking up baby mamas and also knocking baby mamas out, if you know what I mean. So it's just directionally, I don't know what they are. I don't know what their identity is. I don't know how they're trying to build this roster. It's are we building with speed? Are we building with a focus on the running game? It's just all over the place, and defense is a mess too. So for me, the coach is on the hot seat because he is the leader of this direction. They definitely had an identity about 2 years ago when they started this, and the build has not worked. It's not building and getting better. It's now building and like kind of lost its way. So for me, directionally lost.
Yeah, I guess here is, I don't want to use the same thing more than once, so I'll just say stuck in neutral. They're just stuck in neutral.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got them projected around the same thing they did last year, which is 8 wins, and their schedule is about the same. The returning production, same on both sides of the ball. I mean, I don't expect much. I think they played their best trick with Tua, and now he's just a tiny guy. All the tricks have been played, and I just don't know if there's another iteration or another curveball coming from Coach Logic. But I think we're stuck in neutral here, and Miami's gonna have some decisions to make at the end of this year.
Ooh, those fucking Miami fans! I can already see them in the comment section. They're gonna be coming after us, baby. That's all right. All right, moving on to New England. My word association game for them is gonna be we got next. They're not ready yet, built, but in a roster focus, focusing on the roster, they're building. They're coming. They're putting all the pieces in place. You got Vrabel, you got the coach now. Drake May going into the second year, building up that offensive line, building up that defense. They're coming. Not ready yet. We both talked about in these podcasts past that the hype is getting a little out of control. So I think the hype is a year early. But yeah, we got next is my association game for them.
Mine is pump the brakes. Pump the
Okay.
brakes.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to 8.5 wins on this
Almost
total.
juicing towards 9. God, get to 9.
I don't. Well, here's the only thing I can say I did as I started to dig through, which I'm not fully through this team yet, but they did have the second hardest schedule in the league last year. They're projected to have the second easiest schedule this year. They got a real head coach now.
Yeah.
And
All that helps.
Drake May's second year. You know, he's going to need a lot of growth, but we'll see. Yeah, mine's pump the brakes on this team. Pump the brakes.
Pump the
I
brakes.
love where they're going, but let's
for
just
sure.
slow down for a second.
Yeah, not quite yet. Oh, those JETS, place your bets against everything they do. That's what we like to do. Actually, that's my word association game. I actually like spoiled the game there. My word is place your bets. Just place your bets against them. You're never going to go wrong. Historically, you're not going to be wrong. I don't like the coaching hire. I've talked about how I don't understand how Aaron Glenn is considered one of these hot coaches. He came from a defense that was not good. They didn't overachieve. I don't get it. We don't like the quarterback. They're perpetually one of the worst franchises in NFL history. I don't see anything changing. So place your bets against the Jets.
Yeah.
Well, you got a curveball?
No, I'm trying to think of something decent. I mean, I'll just say same old Jets, man. I got them at 4-point dogs on average for the whole season, 4.08. Vegas is at 4.26. We're literally 3 points apart if you add up the aggregate spread for 17 weeks. I think I know what this team is. Vegas thinks they know what this team is, and we're aligned on that. Yeah, same old Jets.
Yeah, and it's not to say that there's not some good things going on with the Jets roster. There's some good players here and there. But that's always been the case from them. It's literally always been the case from them. It's the same.
Yeah, they've always had players.
Yeah. So same old Jets, and place your bets against everything they do. I like the way that lined up. All right, let's go to the AFC. They are the North. So let's start with Baltimore. Cream of the crop.
North Division.
Word association game for Baltimore. The best of everything. They're clearly. We talked about Buffalo. This is their chance to run it, and it is. But Baltimore has the best of everything. They do have the best top to bottom roster of anybody in the league, in my opinion. So it's just they're the best. Like offensively, defensively, coaching, quarterback. They don't have any. They have no holes. So yeah, best of everything.
I'm gonna say one play away. They were one play away last year. It seems like they're always one play away from the biggest win in their franchise since they won the Super Bowl. They're, like you said, they're the best. Their schedule, they had the third hardest schedule last year. They're 18th this year, get an easier schedule. And if you look, Longhorn, and we'll go over this in depth, but just real quick, they were the #1 offense in EPA last year. That was against the 5th hardest defensive schedule in the entire league, and they scored 518 goddamn points. So one play away. If they can make that one play, they can take down Mahomes. They can take down John Wayne. They can take down everybody. They're still the highest team in my power rankings. They were last year. They're heading into it this year too. I can't do anything else with them, man. They're awesome.
Yeah. And just a quick plug on our patreon.com account, patreon.com/bet_FGH. I've put out a Super Bowl list. Baltimore's on them. I had to make a decision between them and Buffalo. Baltimore had better odds. They were 7 or 7.5 to 1 to win it.
The Buffalo love in this market is fucking nutso. I mean, I'm not saying it's not well deserved, but
of course it is. But both those teams, and we can't spend too much time on one team, but both Baltimore and Buffalo have been kind of that one play away team. So you're just like, which one do you want, man? Because they play week 1, and it's just one of those things like which one of those two best teams?
The Chiefs can't go to the Super Bowl every fucking year. God damn it.
I know. If they do, then you know what? Why do we even do this? I mean, just right in Kansas City. So it literally can't happen. It's never happened. Can't happen. So please, dear, all the fucking football gods, please, you can't have someone that just wins every year. So please, let's get some humble pie in Kansas City, and let's let some other teams, some other really, really good teams and quarterbacks actually get a Super Bowl here. All right, moving on. Let's go to Pittsburgh, second team in the AFC North. I put can defense actually win it all? Look, I'm not a big believer in Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's over 40. We've seen quarterbacks that are over 40. and if your name's not Tom Brady and you're over 40, you're fucking shot. So, I love the defense. I love everything they've done on defense. I think with the mix of young players and some of the veterans that they brought in, this defense could be so fucking dominant. Can that win it all? No, I don't. I mean, like we've seen great Super Bowl champions that have great defenses, but can they do it on their own? To me, they're going to have to, because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is the type of guy that can, win some games that when the defense is a little bit down. So that's what I put. Can the defense win it all?
I'm going to say on this one, I'm right and Vegas is wrong.
Uh-oh. Okay, explain.
So I've got them at 8.84. Vegas has them at 7.65. And I don't get it because their schedule gets easier. Now, the offense was the problem last year. It's probably not going to be great this year, but again, that defense is going to be tremendous. And they will, I don't want to break this down right now. We'll go over in depth, but they have, as long as they get off the bus, they're starting 4-1 this year. Could be 5-0 very easily.
Oh, okay. Now,
so the schedule really fucking lines out for them.
Save that for the divisional breakdowns that we'll do as we get close to the season. But let me just say before we get out of here on Pittsburgh, I hear people saying that they're going all in on defense, which they are. They brought in DJ Metcalf. They drafted the running back out of Iowa. One of the better running backs. I'm not a big fan of him, but they are. So maybe I'm wrong. So we'll see what he can do. They brought in Jonnu Smith, paid him. So they keep drafting offensive linemen and building up that front. So they're not just only doing defense. I just want to say that real quick because people are acting like they've completely ignored the offense. It's not true.
And their defense is going to be good. So their offense was 20th last year in EPA versus the 17th target schedule. So below average versus below average schedule, which equals a really shitty offense. So if they can just get to average, I mean, they won 10 fucking games with a shitty offense last year.
They're such a fucking enigma. I love them so much. I love them because they don't make any sense for every goddamn year. It's hilarious. Speaking of teams that don't make sense, Cincinnati Bengals. Oh man, this was I literally took 2.5 seconds to write down my word association game for Cincinnati, and it is clown show. This is a straight fucking clown show. I am so sorry, Cincinnati fans, that you have to be stuck with this organization, this ownership, and Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati fans deserve way better. It's just a shit show, clown show. I think they're the only team that doesn't have the first round pick signed. They're one of like 2 or 3 teams that don't have their second round pick signed.
Solid strategy.
I mean, they don't have trade. I mean, one of their only good defensive players. We'll see how it works out. I mean, we could maybe we use them, maybe we don't. They're just a fucking shit show, clown show.
I guess my word association for this will be even worse than advertised. When I dug through their numbers, literally, if they didn't have Joe Burrow, this might be a 3-win team. I mean, and that's probably being generous, if I'm being honest. They're so bad. It's so many different things. You break through the numbers. He's the only thing that saves this just poverty fucking franchise from being literally poverty, as they always have been. And I'll break down the new DC hire when we get into the coaching stuff, but good God.
Not good, Cincinnati. Sorry about your bad luck, but congratulations on your awesome quarterback. All right, speaking of awesome quarterbacks and the lack thereof, let's go to Cleveland. The mistake by the lake.
Oh no.
Mine for them, roster not terrible / quarterback retarded. This team is the most quarterback retarded team. They literally have 5 on the roster. One that we know can't start, and he's the one they're paying like $50 million a year to, and Deshaun Watson. The other 4, would they start for any other team? I doubt it, but one of them has to. So this team is fucking quarterback retarded with a roster that's not
obviously 2 of them won't, because they're only here because they got booted from the team. Well, Joe Flacco's a million years old. I'm not putting shit on him. He's fine. But the other guy was a first-round pick. They got booted off the team that drafted in the first round before his rookie contract was even up. So he wouldn't be starting for anybody else.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you with Cleveland. I really don't.
My word association with Cleveland is get ready for Shedeur Sanders' number to be retired after his rookie season. After
when he goes 2-14.
Well, when he goes 5-12 and almost doubles Cleveland's win total, baby. That's right. That's almost 100% improvement. That's good enough to get his number retired. I guarantee it.
Well, that's why you're the numbers guy. You can spend those numbers any way you want to. All right, moving on to the AFC South. One of the maybe the worst division in football. Almost, it's tied. I'd say it's tied for the worst division. For Houston, I put they are. Ooh, I can't believe I wrote this. So I'm having to rethink this as I say it aloud. I put they are a good O-line away from the Super Bowl. And you know what? I should stand by that. It sounds right. Because, like, this only real hole on this team, defense is awesome. The skill players, they're young. They've added some youth there, but they got Nico Collins, who's a solid veteran that you can count on. I'm a big fan of the quarterback. I think you are too. But that offensive line, I mean, I think they got 5 new starters. It's shuffling. They don't even have them set yet. They're not sure where everybody's going to play. This is not the Longhorn strategy on how to win a Super Bowl. Like, this is not the way I would build a team. They're going a different way. Bold strategy. We'll see if it works. I mean, they're going for it, man. God. I mean, it's just. I think they're an average, just an average to slightly above average offensive line for being a serious Super Bowl contender.
I guess my word association is best of a bad situation, because they are the best of a very bad situation in the division. They were average last year, gave up 372, scored 372, should have only won 8 games. They got lucky. That's going to hurt them this year. And I'll dive deeper into the defense last year, which was excellent, 6th in EPA, but they also had the 11th easiest schedule. So how does that balance out this year? We'll see. And Stroud was really, really bad last year. He was in Will Levis and the mustache territory as CPOA plus EPA. He had one great year, one terrible year. Is he great? Is he terrible? Is he average? Probably more average. I don't know. I'll just say best of a bad situation.
Yeah, and you, how do you expect a massive bounce back from Stroud when the offensive line might be worse than it was last year? It could. I guess in theory,
not good.
I guess in theory it could be better. We'll see. They could shock people and it could be slightly better, but you lost Tunsil, who was your only really solid, at least pass protector. You don't even have that this year. So it's just, how do you, but the problem is, you're right. Like, the rest of the team sucks so bad. Like, I mean, what else are you going to do?
They basically get 5 wins handed to them. And I'm just saying they might lose one to somebody somewhere.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame. So let's move on to Indy. And my word association game for them is quarterback questions again. And it's really just going to be the story of Indy until this gets settled. It's going to be the story for this head coach, Shane Steichen, that we like a lot. But you can't just continue to suck at quarterback and keep your job. So it's kind of like, either make Daniel Jones a this year's Sam Darnold type player, or get AR-15 to actually play football like a real quarterback, or at least a starting level quarterback. Or Shane Steichen is gone. I don't like, you can't continuously have quarterback questions like this when you're a quarterback quote unquote guy. You're fired. Like you just can't continue this. So something has to happen with the quarterback situation for Indy.
My word association for Indy is, what would you say you're doing here? I talked about this earlier. You brought in one of the worst quarterbacks that we've seen in the NFL over the last few years. You drafted one of the worst prospects we've seen in the last few years. And now you brought in defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo, who was the DC in Cincy.
Amarillo Slim?
Yeah, DC in Cincy for the last 6 years. What are you doing? What would you say that you're doing here, Indy?
Yeah, it's hard to argue. And the roster looks okay. It's got some good points, some bad points, but not horrible. So yeah, for God's sakes, find a fucking quarterback, and let's get the quarterback situation figured out. Shane Steichen, you're a quarterback whisperer. Get one of them figured out.
Better start yelling, motherfucker. Start whispering, start yelling.
That moves us on to Jacksonville, which my word association game with it is terrible roster. And this year is all quarterback / coach. So I hate the roster. I hate the roster building. I hate everything they've done with the roster. And the way I would build a team, they don't do any of it. But you do have the former number 1 draft pick at quarterback, who has shown at times that he can be. He's won a playoff game. So let's just flat out, he's won a playoff game on a team that was not expected to be a playoff team. And now you got Liam Cohen, who is the next quarterback whisperer. Show me something. Dude, show me something. Like you're gonna have to do it again. It's gonna have to be the coach and the quarterback that raise this team to above the level of what their roster actually is. So hate the roster. We'll see about the quarterback coach combination and where they can go from here.
Yeah, I guess mine, I'm going to continue the theme I've had on them all offseason. My word associate is I have no fucking clue what is going on with this betting market on this team. I don't know. I don't understand it. I can't get it. I'm so far off from Vegas. It's fucking retarded. It's one of the biggest whiffs for me versus what Vegas. I got them at 6.8. Vegas has them at 7.65. So we're a full win away. I don't understand it. Their defense was, if you thought their defense was bad last year, well, it's even worse than you think. It was 31st in EPA against the easiest schedule in the NFL, and you return 75% of that production. You want to hang on to that for sure.
Hell yeah.
Where's all this positivity coming from? Where?
I don't know. I don't see it. But again, stay tuned for the weeks going forward as we deep dive into these teams and divisions, getting ready for the upcoming season. We're on a time crunch on this as we have basically 1.5 minutes to hit all 32 teams. So moving on to Tennessee. Oh, interesting. They're built. So they think they can win now. And the reason I wrote that is because for the last 2 years, they've been signing big time free agents. They've been bringing in guys that makes it seem like the GM and the coach thinks they're ready to win right now. We touched on that briefly in some of the other podcasts, but if Cam Ward can come in and have that type of season that the kid Daniels had for Washington, this roster, take out the quarterback position, this roster is better than the Redskins roster that Jaden Daniels just took to the NFC Championship game. So, and I don't think I'm crazy in saying that. Maybe last year's roster wasn't, but this year's roster with the new additions, the new draft picks, it's better than the one that Jaden Daniels just drugged the Redskins to the NFC Championship game. So they think they're built to win now, and that's the way they're acting. So, and I know both of us are on the we lean to the over on them for sure for Tennessee. So they believe it. Why can't I?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say maybe a little ahead of schedule for this team. So they get a big time schedule break. Their schedule last year 25th hardest. They're 8th easiest this year. That should help. If the quarterback, if I'm right, and he can play a little bit, they might be a little ahead of schedule. I'll keep it at that.
Yeah, so you like them to be a little outperform their.
I think. Look, I'm gonna bet them to go under, but if I lose this, it wouldn't shock me to death. And if the kid can play at all, not like Jaden, if he can just play at all, I'm going to lose this.
And just because I know how you do this year after year, the only reason you're taking him to go under or them to go under is because it's the rookie quarterback rule.
And I'm praying to God. I'm waiting on it though, because I'm waiting to get to 6. I'm hoping positivity, training camp, all that should push it from the 5.5 to 6. I'll take the under at 6. I'll probably push on that, but it wouldn't shock me if they win 7.
All right, let's go to the AFC West. I guess we'll start with the team that never loses the division, Kansas City. I guess we'll start with them. I just put division champs every year, so kind of gave it away there. They win the fucking division every year. They're favored to win it this year. It's so fucking boring. The same coach, same quarterback, blah, blah, blah. They're division champs every year.
Yep, and Mahomes we trust. I'll leave it at that.
But I'm not taking them to win the division this year because let's move to the team that I am picking to win this division, the Denver Broncos. And I put, it's apropos, built to steal this division. So it's just, I think that I feel like I'm getting too high on Denver. I really do. I think I'm eating that cheese a little too much, as Parcells would say. But man, this team is built to beat Kansas City. They've got the O-line, the D-line to match up against them. They're built to win it. They're ready to win it. They got the coach with Super Bowl pedigree. It's time. It's time for Denver to go get this division. It's time for somebody else get this fucking division besides Kansas City.
I'll say on this one, me and Vegas are in lockstep. Vegas has a projected 9.69 wins. I have a projected with 9.69 wins. So
that's not going to do it.
Well, I mean, that's
basically 9.6, but like let's round up to 10. I don't think 10 wins this division.
Probably not.
It is a good division.
It's a really good division.
I think the Raiders could steal some wins from some of these boys for sure, but I think you got to get 11. I think you got to get 11.
Yeah, no doubt. I didn't say they were going to win the division. I just said I think 9.5 is a good number, and I would lean to the over.
And it's kind of locked in right there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on to those Chargers, another team that, is kind of, talked about as a team that could steal this division. And I put the Harbaugh Magic. So we know about the year 2 Harbaugh trend. That's when his team kind of locks in. He rebuilds the culture in year 1, and then in year 2, the rebuild of the roster for 2 years kind of takes form, and it's kind of his time when he takes over. I'll be honest with you. I don't think that the culture 100%. He's changed that culture. I'm all in on the culture. I don't think the roster is there yet. The offensive line is 100%. The offense is a Harbaugh offense, and the defense majorly overperformed last year with Minter, who came from Michigan with him with Harbaugh. Can they do it again? Can they overperform like that on defense again? They're going to have to if they win the division. But so yeah, Harbaugh Magic. He's got to use that magic to steal this division. And I don't know. I don't see the roster quite there to do it, but maybe they will. So Harbaugh Magic.
I'm gonna go with smoke and mirrors. They had a lot of smoke and mirrors last year. Talk about the defense in particular, real quick. 5th in EPA, excellent against the 5th easiest schedule.
Right.
And only 63.3% return production, well below league average. Smoke and mirrors, offense and defense. So
yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. So Minter, you better throw up that smoke.
2nd easiest schedule overall last year, projected 17th this year. So
okay,
it's time to get real.
Let's get real. All right, let's get real with the last team in the AFC, those Vegas Raiders, and my word association game for them. No more easy wins when you play them Raiders, baby. They are bringing the fucking wood. You cannot just show up and think, we got the fucking Raiders this week. We got an easy win. That ship has sailed. We got a Super Bowl winning coach. We got a roster that just like Harbaugh. He's changing the culture, and he's starting to change the roster. Obviously, it's not there yet. They're not a team that's going to go win 10, 11 games. Don't get me wrong, but like, this ain't no easy win when you come play the Raiders anymore. So no more easy wins.
Genty, baby, Genty. That's my word association with Vegas. My boy got to come in and run that rock like Pete Carroll always wants to do. We'll see what Geno Smith can do if he can just drive that bus. Don't run it off the ditch. Get us our 7 wins. Come on, Vegas. Let's go.
Yeah. Do we have time to blow through the entire NFC? Can we get this done?
I think we can.
All right. Let's go super fast NFC. Dallas Cowboys in the NFC East. My words, let's again crash and burn. It's we've talked about it in the past, and you can listen to it going forward. It's crash and burn time for them Dallas Cowboys.
I'll go rinse, wash, and repeats.
Sounds good to me. Philadelphia Eagles. Why did you not pick them first? They're the fucking NFC East champs, Super Bowl champs. Why not pick them first? I don't know, because it's the way I wrote it. Word association game. Best roster in the conference, not the league, not the entire league, but best roster in this conference. Philadelphia Eagles, once again, big shocker, best ran overall organization in the league, but the roster has taken some hits this year. So it's not quite what it has been. Still the best in the NFC for me, though.
I'll say same uniform, different names. They are, a little below average on return production on both sides of the ball. So we'll see if these new names can step up, and their schedule got way fucking harder, at least projected so far this year.
All right, let's go to those New York flag football Giants. They don't play flag football. They play real football in New York. But
Yeah.
I know, and we'll see. They play real defense. They play real football on defense. And my word association game for them is kill the quarterback and try to score 17 points. That's all it's going to be. They got one of the better defensive lines that I've ever seen built. Will that work? No, not when you're only scoring 17 points, but it sure will be fun to watch with them go out there and with that package of Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeaux, Abdul Carter, and Burns on that. That's a 4-man defensive line that is better than any of the ones that they had rushing Tom Brady in those Super Bowls for the Giants. Like this is a sick ass pass rushing unit that's probably going to be wasted on a 6-win football team in New York.
I'm going to say can't get any worse.
Famous last words. It can always get worse. All right, those Washington Redskins, and yeah, we don't need Trump to tell us to call them Redskins. We've been calling them Redskins for years. We never stopped.
Check out the logo, baby.
There it is. Never changed. Never changed. My word association game for them is they got the truth, the eraser at quarterback. You got problems on your roster? Doesn't matter. We got the eraser. Can we win this game? I don't know. We're down in the fourth quarter. Doesn't matter. You got the fucking truth at quarterback. He saves the game. He saves their season. It's just I'm all in on Jayden Daniels. I love him so much. There's every once in a while you have a quarterback that comes along that can match talent with the it factor, and it's so very rare. And I hope it continues because we do need elite quarterbacks in this league. It's so few that are actually elite. So I hope he proves in the second year that he's the truth. He is the eraser and can fix the roster that's not very good. Again, not a very good roster.
With them, let's go from can't get worse to can't get better. That season last year was magic. They scored 485 fucking points.
Yeah.
Out of fucking nowhere. They were 4th in EPA versus the 4th easiest schedule in the league. They got huge scheduling breaks on both sides of the ball. They were still terrible on defense. They can't get better. They don't have to get worse, but they're not going to get any better.
Yeah, and look, they went to the NFC Championship game. So, like, you can have, I don't know, you can play better by the numbers and not make the NFC Championship game. Like, you can have improvement.
They can win 10 games this year instead of 12 and be a better football team.
Right, correct. So, all right, well, let's go to the NFC North Division, and I've got them written in alphabetical order, so we'll just go with that. Those Chicago Bears, all sugar, no breaks. All sugar, no breaks. That's my word association here for them. We got sugar britches in the offseason. Like, it wasn't bad enough. He's crying in his mama's lap for 30 minutes after a loss. He's painting fingernails. He's doing all this. Now he's posting up with fucking giant fucking flowers tucked behind his ear like a supermodel. Look, man, it is what it is.
He's a pretty man.
He's definitely bisexual, and I don't care. He likes men. He likes women. No big deal. I don't give a shit what you do in your private life, but you got to get 53 alpha men to follow you into war 17 times a fucking season. And it's all fucking good in the offseason when everybody's having a good time. All expectations are like, it's no pressure yet. Let's see what happens when you're on a fucking 4-game losing streak and you're putting flowers behind your ear and you're painting your fingernails pink. Let's see how cute that is then. That's all I'm going to say.
I think we saw that last year since they only won 5 games.
And it wasn't very cute anymore, was it?
Not really. Neither was their 26th ranking in EPA on offense.
Oh man, how can that happen? How can that happen when he's so talented? Oh my God, he's so good.
I'm gonna say for this one, fuck, I don't know what to say. No, you know what I'll say? Like Star Wars, A New Hope, baby. A New Hope. Ben Johnson brings a new hope, a new coaching staff.
For sure.
And once we dig into the numbers and see how hard their schedule was last year, actually it was supposed to be very easy, and it turned out not to be at all. I think that we're gonna. It's a new hope. I'll say a new hope.
Yeah, and I don't want to come up too hard like on the Bears, because I do like the coach and I do like the roster building that they're doing, but just
and their GM is a boss too.
Show me something, Sugar Britches. Show me something. All right, Detroit Lions. I put for the word association game, reached their apex. Prove me wrong that you haven't actually hit your ceiling here and you're not going to take a step back. Now, I do think they have the culture and some key pieces to rebuild from that slight fall down, but I think this year is the slight fall down for them.
Last year was their year. Third in EPA on offense versus the fourth hardest schedule. That's excellent versus very hard. Seventh in EPA on defense versus the 11th hardest schedule. They were literally the best team. I mean, you could say Philadelphia, but Philadelphia had huge scheduling advantages. If they weren't better than Philadelphia, they were like literally a cunt hair away, and they didn't even make the championship game.
All right, those Green Bay Packers, I'm put only team in division with a glaring hole. So really good roster. Love the coach. Kind of in on the quarterback. He's changed his career around, but they're the only team with a glaring hole in an entire unit, and it's that secondary. Can you win a division with such a hole? We'll find out. But that secondary is a problem, big time.
Yeah, that's going to be my keyword too. Is can you stop anybody? Because last year they're fourth in EPA. That sounds great. That was the 21st hardest schedule. In other words, 11th easiest. It's going to get a lot tougher this year. We'll see. We'll see if they can stop anybody.
Minnesota Vikings. My word association game for them is Super Bowl roster quarterback ? So it's we've talked about this in the offseason. It's real simple. Is JJ McCarthy the guy that can just drive the bus, drive a Super Bowl roster to the Super Bowl? Giant question mark. I don't know. We'll see.
Crash and burn. That's my
crash and burn. I like that one. Tampa Bay. Let's move to the NFC South. Tampa Bay. Outscore everyone is my word. Let's just score 600 points. Let's outscore everyone. Blitzkrieg the fucking entire league and go win, 10, 11 games and take this division.
Hold on to the goddamn football Baker. That's my fucking word association to Tampa. If he just doesn't have the terrible fucking fumble against the Skins in the first round of the playoffs, they win that game. They go on. They might have beat the Lions. Who knows? But hold on to the fucking ball.
Oh, Baker. He's had a good resurgence. So he's going to continue to have a resurgence, at least offensively, there in Tampa Bay. So Atlanta Falcons. Questions on quarterback and pass rush. That's not where you want to be in this league. When you have questions at quarterback and pass rush, you're climbing an uphill battle. So I know they're a chic pick to steal this division from Tampa Bay. I'm not there. I need to see more from the unproven quarterback and the new pass rush that they brought in.
Yeah, on this one, I'll say Vegas is probably right, and I'm probably wrong. I'm probably too high on Atlanta, and Vegas is probably closer to the truth on this one.
Nice little balance out. He said he's been right. He said he's been wrong. So it's showing some nice little balance there from both Cephas. All right, Carolina Panthers, getting closer. We're getting closer. We're coming. Like this team is building and building and building. I like the coach. I like the quarterback. But let's keep building and let's see if we can be there with Atlanta, like right there with Atlanta, to kind of put the pressure on Tampa Bay towards the last few weeks of the season for this division.
Can they win 7? That's what I'm going to say.
Well, it's look, they won 4 or 5 last year, so that's an improvement.
That was a big improvement, and we called it. We both called big improvement for them. You went a little higher than I did, but
closer, getting closer. Oh God, New Orleans. Do we have to do this? What did I put? Oh yeah, back to the Aints. That's what I put for them. Back to the Aints. They're no longer the Saints. They're back to the Aints that your daddy, your granddaddy grew up with. Your granddaddy's granddaddy grew up with. This team sucks, and only Arch Manning can save this franchise.
Be awful for Arch.
All right, let's not waste any time on them. Let's get out of here. NFC West, Los Angeles Rams. built to win now. Obviously, they got a quarterback he's got to be second oldest quarterback right behind Aaron Rodgers. So they're built to win now. They got to get it done now. There's no quarterback waiting in the rings. Sean McVay, Super Bowl coach, Stafford, Super Bowl quarterback. Let's get it done right now.
I'll say, man, that's kind of what I was going to say.
You can agree. It's fine.
I mean, I do agree. They are built to win right now. I'll say, can they repeat is my question with the Rams. Can they hold off the 49ers and repeat?
All right. San Francisco, injuries and mini rebuild is what I put. And I say that with a caveat of if they don't have the injuries they had last year, and the rebuild, the mini rebuild that they've done with some of the draft picks, some of the players they brought in, if these hit, you're looking at a 12-win team right back to the top of this division. Like those are two ifs. Don't get me wrong, because McCaffrey's got some injury history in his past. But if the injuries fix themselves from last year, and if some of these draft picks they brought in, some of these young players they brought in hit, this is back to a 12-win roster and a top of this division.
I'll say on this one, Vegas believes. They are projected to be favorites in 15 out of 17 games.
Oh, shit. Yeah, because we talked about in the past, they got an easy schedule. So Seattle Seahawks. I put my most torn team. Okay, yeah. So this is the team that I cannot figure out the most of any team in the league. There's days I look at their roster and some of the things they've done that I like, and I like them. There's other days I look at their roster and I'm like, I don't like this. So I can't figure this team out. I'm completely torn on them. So this is a big I don't fucking know about Seattle.
I'm gonna say last place Seahawks.
Oh, well, he doesn't like them. So on certain days, I'll 100% agree with you. You catch me on a different day, I'm like, man, they got a chance to push for this division. I don't know. We'll see. So it just kind of depends on the day that you catch me with them.
I think they have zero chance to push for the division. Now they could not end up in last place. I'll go that far.
Yeah, we hate Sam Darnold, so that's what it is. When I look at the roster minus quarterback, I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, oh yeah, Sam Darnold plays quarterback. No, I don't like that.
Well, their defense. Just since we're done with the teams, right?
We got one more.
Oh, go ahead.
Arizona Cardinals.
Oh, my bad.
My word
Sorry,
association.
flat midgets.
Word association game for them are best young roster. So if you just take the roster that's the youngest and has the best young nucleus of players on the rise, it's Arizona for me. Obviously, we have questions at quarterback for them. You know, the midget, the circus midget, as we FGH deemed him years ago. That's a thing. We'll see how that pans out. But I like the build. I like the direction. Best young roster.
I'll say arrow pointing up.
Yeah.
I picked them at 8-9 last year, which is exactly what they went. They're 8.5 this year over under. We'll get into some deeper dive in the schedule stuff. They get some breaks there, and they weren't quite as bad as they appeared on defense last year. They weren't great, but again, they had some pretty scheduling difficulties last year. So I'll say arrow pointing up.
Holy shit, we made it through all 32
We
teams.
made it!
That was a blitz going through 32 teams in our 50-minute schedule block, but that was fun.
Yeah. Back to Seattle just real quick, so we got a minute. So their defense last year finished 10th in EPA, but that was against the hardest schedule in the entire league. So, man, if they could repeat that performance and maybe this offense takes a step up, I don't know how you do when you lost your best player and I mean, not the Geno Smith, a world beater or whatever. So Sam Darnold could do what he did. But not having DK, man, it's going to be hard to replace that production.
I really like the coach, and I
love the coach too, yeah.
I like some of the roster building they're doing, but I just keep looking at Sam Darnold, and it makes me – I get a little throw up in my mouth. But
if San Fran takes a step up that Vegas is expecting and Arizona ticks up and the Rams are still really good, God damn. It's a tough division. I mean, they can win 8 games and finish last place.
A really good team is going to finish last in this division. There's a couple divisions like that.
Yeah. All right, Longhorn, tell them about that fabulous Patreon one more time, and let's get out of here.
All right, be sure to go to that Patreon page, patreon.com/bet_FGH. That's where you can find us and sign up for free. Let us earn your business, and I promise you that we will. Both Seamus 58% last year. We're looking for more coming this year. So, people, Stop throwing away your hard-earned money on a guessing game. Let the pros do the heavy lifting. So sign up, tell a friend, and join in on the fun of watching football, drinking beer, and never pay a bookie again. Come on.
Ah, damn it. People never pay a boogie again. Steven Tyler, take us up, baby.